Hello student, in the unit of haloalkanes and haloarenes, in last sessions we completed a number 2 process is called as an elimination process. Now then after, the third process is a reactions with metals. So in the case of haloalkanes and haloarenes, and particularly in the case of haloalkanes, when it reacts with a metal, so at that time most of the organic chloride, not all, right? Most of the organic chlorides, even bromides and iodides, reacts with certain metals. This metal mostly active in nature. So active metals which is reacted with this organic chloride, bromide and iodide, and to form a compounds containing carbon metal bond or carbon metal bond. So such a compounds are called as an organometallic compound because there is the combinations of organic as well as metal. So the compounds who having organic and metallic characteristics is called as an organometallic compound. An important class of these organometallic compounds is alkyl magnesium halide. Presently we are working in the case of haloalkanes, that's why alkyl magnesium halide. But in case of arene, so it's called as an aryl magnesium halide, is called as an RMgX. This was discovered by Victor Grignard, a scientist, in 1900 and are now called as a Grignard reagents, right? After his name. For this discovery, Grignard was awarded Nobel Prize in Chemistry in 1912. So he get a Nobel Prize for this compound. Now these reagents are prepared by reactions. For example, if I having a Rx, we know that Rx is called as an alkyl halide, right? So when alkyl halide reacts with magnesium in presence of dry ether. So we get a compound is RMgX. This is nothing but it's Grignard reagent. It's a common equations to form a Grignard reagent. With example, if I take a CH3 CH2Br, when it reacts with magnesium in presence of dry ether, so we get a product CH3 CH2MgBr. so the name of this compound is ethyl, because it is ethyl magnesium bromide. Okay, so in this Grignard reagent, the carbon halogen bond, because this carbon halogen bond is covalent. We know that in the case of this RMgX, so R is a covalent bond, means Rx is a covalent bond but highly polar due to the large electronegativity difference. Here, what is the picture that we have to observe? Because this X is highly electronegative. Magnesium is partially positive, that's why carbon is partially negative, because the electronegativity of the carbon is 2.5, while in the case of magnesium is 1.2. So the magnesium halogen bond is however essentially ionic in nature. That's why the Grignard reagent may be represented by RMgX. Due to this high polarity of Grignard reagents, because they are high polarity compound, so it's a potential source of carbanions, because you observe that this is R minus, so it's a very good source of carbanion. Hence we know that all carbanions are very active or reactive. So they react with any source of, if they observed any source of either proton means H plus, or some people says that it is called as an acidic hydrogen 2. So they convert into what? They convert into hydrocarbon. So it's a preparations of hydrocarbon from haloalkane. Even water, if we take a water, or sometimes if we take a alcohol, right? Some people say that if we use a H2S or thioalcohols, means SH, or ammonia, right? Or primary amine or secondary amine, or terminal alkyne, like that CH triple bond CH is causing terminal alkynes. All these particularly compound, water, because in water H delta plus, alcohol is also H delta plus, all these compounds having a H delta plus. So they are sufficiently acidic because all these compounds are acidic, they are having a acidic hydrogen. So this acidic hydrogen is convert them into hydrocarbon. For example, so it is therefore necessary to protect. That's why it's necessary to protect Grignard reagent from moisture. Otherwise, moisture is directly connected with the Grignard reagents and converts into alkane. So, Grignard reagents, in other words, Grignard reagent provides us a good method for converting alkyl halides to hydrocarbon. Right? Grignard reagents also reacts with oxygen, means O2, and CO2 too. Therefore, they should be prepared and used in the absence of air, preferably under inert atmosphere. Okay, so Grignard reagents are very useful for the preparations of different classes of organic compounds, such as alcohol. If we want to prepare alcohols, then aldehydes, okay, ketones, carboxylic acid, etc. So it's a very good concept is Grignard reagent. But mind well, that's why we have to take a dry ether, because we have to protect Grignard reagents or with the contact of O2 and CO2. That's why most of the reactions that we have to perform under dry ether. Okay, so dry ether, that's why we have to use. Why we have to use a magnesium? Because it's a very good active element. That's why we have to take because the magnesium is having a 1.2 and 2.5. So there is a partially positive and partially negative charge. So it's a best carbon ion. So these carbon ions are very reactive. So that's why they always react with the acidic proton or acidic hydrogen, right, and converts into hydrocarbon. So this is all about the first reactions with metals is magnesium. Then after another reactions, this reaction is called as a Woods reaction. Name of the scientist is Woods. So in this case, when alkyl halides, right, RX, is react with metallic sodium in presence of same way dry ether. So we get a product is RR twice NaX. So what is the mini mechanism of this? So this NaX is removed and R and R joined with each other and is converted into alkane. So alkyl halides reacts with a metallic sodium in presence of dry ether to form a symmetric alkanes, because it's a symmetric alkanes containing double the number of the carbon atom present in the alkyl halide. If we take a methyl bromide, right, when it reacts with a sodium, another 2 mole of methyl bromide, so definitely this twice NaBr is removed and we get a product is like that, CH3 plus twice NaBr. So these reactions under the performance of dry ether, we get a product is ethane. So this reaction is called as a Woods reaction. So Woods reactions generally fails with a tertiary alkyl halide because this reactions is not working because it fails, right, with a tertiary alkyl halide. Since under the basic conditions of the reactions, they prefer to undergo dehydrohalogenations to form an alkene. So when a mixture of two different alkyl halides is used, for example, if I take a methyl bromide and ethyl bromide, right? Ethyl bromide. So they are different in nature, no problem. Even though they are different in nature, they form a mixture of possible alkanes, because in this case bromomethane is react with bromoethane, so it's converted into ethane. Same way bromomethane and bromoethane reacts, so it's converted into propane, and bromoethane is also joined with each other and it's converted into butane. So we get a mixture of a different alkanes are formed, but this is not a good method. That is why this is not a good method for the preparations of asymmetrical alkane, because it's difficult to isolate because their boiling points are too narrow. So with the help of fractional distillations or simple distillation, we cannot particularly isolate this compound. So that's the drawback of this method of Wurtz reactions, is not used for the asymmetric alkane. So this is all about the Wurtz reactions. Now our next point is a new on a new pages that we have to discuss. So in these reactions we have to discuss about, because this haloalkane topic is now over, right? Now we switch over to the another point, and this point is called as a chemical reactions of haloarenes. So now we start the haloarenes. After the completing of haloalkanes, now we move to the haloarenes. So in haloarenes, our point is like that. Both haloalkanes and haloarenes or vinyl halide contain a CX bond, right? For example, if I having a RX, or in the case of ARX, or vinyl halide which can be written like that, CH2 double bond CHX, it's a vinyl halide. All are containing a CX bond, right? So this CX bond, but haloarenes and vinyl halides are extremely less reactive than haloalkanes. So they are less, because RX is quite good reactive, but these two compounds are less reactive compared to the haloalkanes towards to the nucleophilic substitutions reaction. Why? What is the cause of this particularly phenomena, right? Why these haloalkanes are highly active compared to the haloarenes and vinyl halide? So there are various reasons can be given to account for this low reactivity of aryl as well as vinyl halide. So first reason is like that, it's a resonance effect. Is the first point, because due to resonance this haloarene is quite stable. We know that in haloarenes, and particularly in the case of chlorobenzene or bromobenzene, the lone pairs of electrons on the halogen atoms are delocalized on the benzene ring. For example, if I draw the structure in manner, right, 1, because 5 canonical structure of chlorobenzene, which can be illustrated like that. For example, this is Cl. We know that they are having a lone pair, and it's a resonating structure. So first resonating structure, this lone pair, which can be donated into the phenyl ring, and now this pi electron which can be shifted at the ortho positions. So the next position which can be demonstrated like that. Okay, so it's a structure number 2. This is structure number 1. Now here in this case chlorine, because now is a plus charge and there is a partially double bond characteristics that we have to observe. Same way in the structure number 3. Now this minus charge which can be moved, so at that time your charge is converted into para position. Okay, so partially negative charge on the para position, Okay, now next particularly point is at here, and pi is moving to the another ortho position, so we get a structure like that. Okay, and Cl is the same positions that we have to observe, and it's a Cl plus. And now the next position, okay, so this lone pair is converted and we get a now fifth canonical structure. But you know that structure 1, 2, this is 3, 4 and 5. So 1 and 5 are different in nature. So these are the resonating structure 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4 and 4 to 5. So as a result, we know that this CCl bond having some double bond characteristics. So Cl is attached to the carbon by little more than a single pair of electrons. On other hand, in case of alkyl halide, because in the case of alkyl halide, carbon is attached to the chlorine by a pure single bond. So consequently, CX bond in aryl halide is little stronger than in alkyl halide, hence cannot be easily broken. So that's why in the case of nucleophilic substitutions of haloarenes is quite difficult compared to the haloalkane. Likewise, in the case of vinyl halide, we observe such a type of scenario. Because there is also a little bit resonance that we have to observe in the case of vinyl halide too. Okay, so in this case, chlorine is moving to on the left hand side. At that time, pi is shifting towards the CH2. So we get a new structure, CH2 minus CH double bond Cl plus. So these are the structures that we have to observe. So as a result, here the CX bond in vinyl halide, like in haloarenes, is also stronger than alkyl halides. They're stronger than alkyl halides. So his cannot be easily broken. Fine. So then let's discuss our above aryl and vinyl halides are stabilized by resonance, but alkyl halides are not. So consequently, the energy of activation for the displacement of halogen from aryl as well as vinyl halide is much greater than that for the alkyl halides. That's why aryl and vinyl halides are. That's why aryl or vinyl halides are much less reactive than alkyl halides. Towards what? Towards nucleophilic substitutions reaction, means SN reaction. Okay, so in this case SN reaction, right? Now another point is also affected to this theory is number 2. Number 2 is the difference in hybridization of carbon atom in CX bond. So in the case of for example, if I take a example of chlorobenzene, and if I take an example of chloromethane, right? So it's a CH3Cl. So in haloalkanes, particularly in the case of methyl chloride, the halogen is attached to sp3 hybridized carbon. This is sp3 hybridized carbon. While in haloarenes, or in the case of vinyl chloride 2, the halogen is attached to the carbon. Is sp2 in nature. So sp2 hybridized orbital is smaller in size as compared to the sp3, because the contribution of S in sp2 is 33.33%, while the percentage of S is in the case of chloromethane is 25%. So it means that the number of percentage is quite good in the case of, therefore this CCl bond in chlorobenzene or vinyl chloride should be shorter and has stronger than methyl chloride. This concept, okay, has been confirmed by the X-ray analysis, Because in the case of chlorobenzene, CCl bond in chlorobenzene, this bond is 169 picometer, when in the case of here is 177 picometer. That's why in chlorobenzene, CCl bond is stronger than methyl chloride, hence difficult to break. Then point number 3, reason number 3, there is a polarity. There is a polarity, or sometimes is called as a nature, polarity or nature of CX bond, polarity or nature of CX bond. So this another reason for the low reactivity of either aryl or vinyl halides over alkyl halides is their lesser polar character. Because in the case of haloalkane or alkyl halide, carbon is delta plus and halogen is delta minus. Here CX bond is more polar than aryl halide, hence X can be easily displaced by the nucleophiles. While in the case of haloarenes, right? So this is delta minus, definitely this is delta plus. But here the CX bond is less polar and hence cannot be displaced easily by nucleophile. Once again, the sp2 hybrid carbon due to greater S character, because in this case there is a sp3 hybridization, here sp2 hybridization, right? So sp2 hybridization, the S character here in this case S character is more electronegative than sp3 hybrid carbon, because the percentage of S in this case is 33.33%, here 25%. Therefore, the sp2 hybrid carbon of CX bond in aryl halide or vinyl halide has a less tendency to release electron to the halogen than a sp3 hybrid carbon in alkyl halides. So, as a result, the CX bond in aryl halide or vinyl halide is less polar than alkyl halides. But this concept is also supported by the observations with the help of dipole moment, because the dipole moment in the case of chlorobenzene is 1.69 dBi, while in the case of methyl chloride is 1.86 dBi. So it's a highly polar compared to the, so that's the reason that the halogen atom present in aryl halides cannot be easily displaced by a nucleophiles. Then fourth reason is applied like that. Fourth reason is instability of phenyl cation. Instability of phenyl cation. So in haloarenes and vinyl halides, right? For example, in the case of chlorobenzene, for example, if I have taken an example of chlorobenzene, we know that if this chlorine is converted, okay, but it's hard to remove chlorine because the bond length is also short and the resonating structure of this phenyl carbocation is highly unstable. So this phenomena is not possible. Same way, in the case of if I having a CH2 double bond CHCl, so if this bond is delocalized over the chlorine, so we get a picture is like that, CH2 double bond CH plus, but we know that this is unstable vinyl cation, okay? So Cl, so it's a substitutions of chlorine in the case of chlorobenzene and vinyl chloride is difficult, because in haloarenes, likewise in the case of haloarenes, right, and vinyl halides, here the phenyl cation or the vinyl cation formed as a result of self-ionization is not stabilized by resonance, because sp2 hybridized orbital of carbon having the positive charge is perpendicular to the p orbitals of the phenyl ring or vinyl group. Therefore, these cations are not formed, and so the aryl and vinyl halide do not undergo nucleophilic substitutions reactions very easily. Last reason is a electronic repulsion. So this 5 factor, because arene and vinyl halides are electron rich molecule due to the presence of pi bonds, so they repel the electron rich nucleophiles from attacking them. Because we know that in the case of chlorobenzene, if I having a chlorobenzene, so this 6 pi electron cloud, so they are richest in the case of this chlorobenzene, right? Same way in the case of CH2 double bond CHCl, so this pi cloud is the richest cloud. We know that our incoming species is nucleophile, also negative in charge and also negative. So there is a repulsion between this nucleophile and this electron-rich portion. That's why they repel the electron-rich nucleus from attacking them. So these are the reasons behind that. Haloalkanes are more reactive, or sometimes it's called as an haloarenes, and vinyl halides are extremely less reactive than haloalkanes towards to the nucleophilic substitutions reaction. Okay, I think so you have clear about the concept. In next sessions we continue with our journey towards to the chemical reactions of haloarenes, and we have to replace hydroxyl group and various group, and what's the mechanism behind it, what's the explanations about this phenomena. Thank you very much.